Hey guys, welcome to my Drillcast. So right now I have about 3/5 of the show done for Carolina Crown. I'm just going to be working on that today. Also, I just wanted to let you guys know Sunday, August 30th at 8 p.m. I will be doing another Drillcast, continuing my progress with this show, as well as the other core writers. If you guys aren't familiar, we're a DCI blog, and in the off season of DCI, we do a drill writing competition, and I am one of the participants of the competition. So you can see all four of our drill casts at 8 o'clock on Sunday on our website. I'll post the link in this description once I have it. And so yeah, I'll see you Sunday, and I'll show you what I have so far, and then I'll keep continuing. Hope you hear this sound. All right, that's what I have so far. So my ultimate goal for the next set, they're gonna probably just stay here, do visuals, and then the last hit of this movement when they go da da, I'm hoping to get them in one big vertical line. I mean, there's a lot of obstacles here. The drum line's in the center, and they'd have to get out of the way. They can go behind them or through them in a subset. So I mean, I might change it. I'm going to see what I can do though to try to get them in that vertical line. I've actually been having problems with subsets because, like, I don't know if it's just because I have a big file with a lot of people in it, but earlier in the first two movements, I had plenty of subsets because I had to get like scatter plots, things of those sorts, so no one hit each other, and I would come back later to the file, and they would march in place for the first like 8 counts of every set, and then just teleport to the next spot. So I think that was just because I had a lot of people, and I did it like a lot at one time. So I mean, I did the first two movements probably within 2 days because I was really excited that finals were over. So I've been doing it a lot more gradually the last two movements, and I haven't had any issues yet. So I mean, we'll see. But so yeah, I'm gonna see what I can do here, and see how it goes. I could move the drum line right now, at least to get someone out of the way here, but I'm worried because like what they're playing, it slows down. It might be a little tough. I'm not sure. Well, the least we can do is get our guard out. We have 11, 6, and they can come out too. 13. All right. All right, let's get these guys in there. Definitely gonna need some subsets for this one. Maybe not. Let's see if this works. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna have this whole U form come down, like move this way. Have Drellin move up. I'll give them enough room to get out of the way, and then I can give them the vertical line for the next set. And these arcs here with the color guard can kind of follow it as it moves to the next set. So so now I'm gonna give them some room. Let's move them over here for a second. So get some room. All right. So now let's just get these guys up first. They'll probably get in for a second, but drumline. How bad is the step size right here? Yeah, we're looking at 8 to 5. I think. So let's see if we can just get them. Move these guys. And run over here to the 50. Probably center would be nice. And then, so. All right, so they got plenty of time to get there, so we're going to have them go halftime. A little too big, so we're going to just back that up a little bit. There we go. That's fine. All right. For drumline, if they're out anyway, let's have basses and quads just go through the snares so we can have that. And we'll do it at a subset. Count 10, subset, maybe through. Same deal. So that should give still plenty of time to get there. All right, we're gonna move down a little bit because that's almost a 5 to 5 for the basses and tenors. Okay, now let's see. That's better. And after that, snares can get back. So I should just make sure. See how bad that is. Move them a little bit this way, then we can do it. Yeah, 6. I'll take it. I'll take it. I can fix it later if I wanted to. Now let's get our arcs adjusted. Probably should have had a +1. That way I can put the dot that's on the person in the corner, but for this, like that'd be fine. All right. This one I did have a +1. So I'll be right there. And we'll bring this down. I really want to make this different, though. If that can work, let's see how the transition looks. I mean, it's a little segmented, but still, and it's clean. And again, I think what I'm going to do is after I make the entire show, even when I start the closer, I'll probably go back to the last 2 movements and fix some guard drill. Some of it was a little just bland. I mean, I know Carolina Crown had a very good color guard this year. They almost won it. And I wanted to make sure they had plenty of exposure, especially like being in the front more. And there was just times in the 3rd and 4th movement where I knew I could have done better with that, but I had to really focus on the winds and drumline. So for any of you who saw the full run in the beginning of this, like, don't worry, I'm going to be adding layers to the drill and also a lot more visuals, and also the color guide, like the tosses, like in the program, like you can do tosses and spins. I'll be doing more of that too. There's some times where they weren't even doing any work for an entire movement just because like I was so focused on the other sections. I didn't think like, wow, I could probably really make it look theatrical by having to do actual work. So I'll be going back to that, definitely. But for now, we'll just get the drill done for this. And I want to see if I can just spread out these intervals just a tad bit. See what's our final. No, we can't do that. Now we can. All right. And then we're just going to bring everyone down. So they all, oops. Bring them down just so they all have that forward step, because some of them were going back and forth in the front line. Obviously, compared to what they did in real life, they're not holding. They're going to be actually moving. So, I mean, that's probably going to be a very challenging move. And again, if I can find an easier way, if I go back to the last few sets, an easier way to transition, I might do it. But for now, that's what I'm going to do. So. All right, and then we're going to do our color guard up here. By this subset, I want to see if they can have them wrap around. So maybe we can have these sides fold in. They can begin here. So we have 3 on each side and 4. See how deep they can get. Just try that out for a second. So now bring them up a little bit, but it's close. Don't need to be that deep. A little more, really close to the snare, it can work. All right, and then let's copy and paste that subset here. And we're just going to see if we can get a little oval around them. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we should have 5 on both sides. So we'll do 7 for now. We'll do 2 of them at 7. I mean about the points. So we'll have 5 on each side, and then just 2 that are not doesn't have a marker on them. So come on, and we'll see if they can make that. Then I can even out the intervals. Whoops. Cut it a little close there, but I think if I can just condense these snares just a little bit, enough, just so they can still go through them to here. Actually, let's take the grid off so I can a little more detail here with and then same with them tenors. That way I can. All right. That's about as close as it gets, folks. On top of that, they're not taking huge step sizes, so if this were to be marched in real life, I'm sure they would just say to get around the snare, don't worry about getting right to your dot. So that being said, I think we're ready to move on. Just gotta look at this one more time. You know what I could do? I don't know if you guys remember back here, way back, the second movement here, I had the Illuminati symbol. Well, I decided to do that just because, I mean, I know it's like it's a joke nowadays, but it's like people who are in charge and society and they're watching you and all that fun stuff. I kind of wanted to put that in this show because, with when you go into hell and like the old, like, back in the old centuries ago, there's a lot of conspiracies and like how like religion connects with people doing wrong and things like that, and how the government was trying to stop you from doing things like that. Same stuff happened around the time Dante's Inferno was made, even after that, like when the olden days, medieval times, things like that. And I want to kind of connect that too, just to show that conspiracy happens. And if you look at the book Dante's Inferno, there's a lot of lying. There's a lot of he's in hell. I mean, you see everything, all the sins, and all that. So I thought having the eye, the all-seeing eye, would be cool because it's like it's showing sinful things. You can look at it either as the all-seeing eye is like they're watching you sinning, or you can that they're sinning, because they're trying to control everything and they're corrupt and things like that sort. And I want to bring that dynamic in the show, and I think I could probably bring that right back here. I mean, we are pretty much set up. I can have color guard and drumline not have to take bigger steps and stay in the center, and they're already in a triangle here. So I could just do. They can go onto a scatter plot and just do like back and forth scatter until the and they're in Illuminati because they have the eye almost set up here. I can kind of bring this out a little more, the color guard, and then have them actually just be the eyeball and come in, and the color guard right here can probably break out into windows to really fill up the field, and it would be there for a while. That's the last set before the ballot, and there's quite a pause in between there. So, you know what? I'm gonna see how it goes, and if I don't like it or if it doesn't come out as well as I wanted to, I'm just going to delete the last two sets, or delete those two sets, and then come back to this one. So we'll see how it goes. So in that case, we're going to take, I think I'll do, because I have more drumline, what I'll do is I'm going to have the color guard go in through them, and they'll be like the actual eyeball, and then the drumline can be the outer perimeter. So let's take them and go down here. Let's take drumline, put them down here. And I know color guard's probably going to have some issues here, but let's just see how it goes. Yeah, it should be good. All right, yeah. Move it on. It's 28 counts. What I got. Check on the time. I make sure. Oh, you know what it was? I wanted them in a vertical line like originally, so I actually synced the music where it stopped. Those two, you hear the two rim shots, the got at the end before the last hit. I stopped in there because I wanted them to be in the vertical line to do a visual, but I just realized we're not doing that now. So we're gonna resync that set 91. Yeah, I'm 91 sets in, and I haven't gotten to the ballad yet. Whew. Definitely one of my steeper shows. Now it should be 28. There we go. All right. So I'm going to see if I can get a subset, and every time they go, but that'd be like the new subset, and it gets, obviously lengthier and lengthier as the music goes on, and I'll just have them scatter and go back and scatter, like things like that. So we'll see how that goes. Right there. Subset, and we'll go from there. Now this could really backfire. I mean, like I may have some issues. I think also it's kind of like if I have a lot of things going on, like if I have a subset, but every single marcher is moving to a specified dot, that's going to kind of overload the program. So I probably should bring it back a little bit on the complexity of it. I think that should be the last one to the last hit. Yep. All right. So, and I'm gonna about give an approximation of what it would be, but when there's times like this where in between they go but and then in the real show they kind of like, blank check visual randomly runs, things like that. I just kind of give them a in between, like a jazz run thing, like they go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because that's symbolizing them running. So I'll probably have something similar to that in these two subsets. That way they have some time to get to their dots, and also they're not playing, so they can do whatever they want. So that's what I'm going to symbolize. Obviously, for a real group, if you're going to have visuals like that, you just have the last set or the set you're at, and then the set they need to get to, and then it's just like get to that set and then figure out what we're going to do in between from there in real life. But obviously, I don't have a real group. This is just for a competition, so I have to symbolize and represent as much as I can through this program. So that's why you'll see some weird like tempos. You'll see them. That's just kind of them doing their blank check moments. So we'll start by just we'll just move everyone over a little bit so we know they move, and then from there start scattering. We want to separate them because they got some close intervals. Kind of open up a little bit so we don't have to do the same thing back and forth. Like, actually, I'll keep some of them in there so it's a little more. What I do is I just generally scatter them just to get them like out of their old dot, and then from there you can kind of look through little details and see if you can like really make it look more random instead of just opening up a gap. It's really hard when you have like huge lines like this, because all you can really do is if you have them go the same way, it looks like it's not as random. So you want to do the opposite way, but then it's like, oh, that doesn't look random either. So it's all about making it look random. I always have that one guy that goes like way too far out too. And then what we're going to do is for, actually, let's get these guys done first. So we're going to just open them up a little more. And then this subset color guard can get right in there, right there. And this should be able to go right through there. I don't think it's going to have any collisions. That way they can get in there. Let's check that out. All right, so step sizes are a little steep, but let's see if we can just get this a little better for them. Yeah, okay, so 4.3 to 5 for the color guard. All right, so we're going to try to line them up best I can. It is a subset. You're only going to see it for a second, but you have to make sure that you give them, like, if it was perfect, that's what it's going to look like. You still have to have that, because if it's not, then if they ever performed it perfectly and it wasn't written perfectly, it's not going to be perfect, Obviously, it can't be perfect because I don't have the grid on and they're not actually on the grid, but you get the point. All right, and then we'll copy and paste that to the next subset and make sure they stay there. And you know, what I'm going to do is we're going to get this set. Get everyone here, and we'll just select the other ones individually. We'll paste this set onto the second subset. So they go to chaos and then they come back to this, but it's just moved over a site. And we'll see how that looks here. And then we're just going to, whoops. They're going to move even more. And then this time, we're going to take our sides. Whoops, too much. Oh, actually, yeah, I'm going to deal with this curve in a second. And then we're going to take them. I'm just going to rotate them to start the triangle. And I'm actually going to have a few people from the base join them because obviously, there's not enough people. It's not going to be even. I want to make sure it's an even triangle. And the funny thing is, Crown only had 22 baritones in 2015, and I made sure of that. I watched the video, and that was confirmed. So that's what I have here. So my total is actually 78, not 80. But the thing is, 78 is actually divisible by 3. I think it was 26. Yeah, it was 26 times 3. So I can just have 26 people on each leg. And then if I can fit a color guard like at each corner, that way, it makes sense. But probably not. So it might be a little uneven, but it's only going to be like one person off. So that being said, we'll keep this going. We'll see how it looks. All right, cool. That was good. So now we're going to we'll expand them a little bit. Have them come out. Start with 4. Actually, I'm not sure. We have 38 people. This is 38, so it was like 46. So we can definitely take more people out. Let's take let's see. Hold on, make sure again. Yeah, 38. I mean, we'll probably do 20. I know I can't get someone up here, the color guard, because they're the eye. I have 10 people for the eye. Yeah, because I want to have 9 people in the outer circle and then 1 person in the middle to be like the pupil. So we're gonna need someone from this side to be the top. So I think we'll do 27 or 28 down here. So that being said, 38, we got to get rid of 10 people, 10 more people. So we'll just take 5 on each side. And then from there, I mean, they get into that. Not the cleanest thing in the world, so we're going to let's open this up a little bit. And the subsets look really bad. Like, I'll just go back to them. Like, for now, I'm just getting them out of the way, and they don't hit. You can always clean them up after. This is probably going to be one of those shows where I do a lot of additions after the whole thing is done. Like, I have ideas for props at the end of the show and other stuff that I can't really, do right now because I don't have it. But, I'm going to add it later. So layering is something I would do to your shows. It also saves time when you do that. Like, you don't have to do everything at once. You can just kind of save it for later. Kind of like marching band, you don't have to add all the visuals at band camp. You can always just save it for later. All right, so let's expand this a little more. Whoops, expand them a little more. We'll do like this, that kind of thing, and now we can expand them, which we now have 20. We got 28. That's fine. Expand them to that. And then just kind of, actually, you know what? I can window them. So it's still a form, but it still gives them room, and it shows movement. I really want to show a lot of movement in this. Gonna need to clean that up a little bit, but honestly, if I just reverse this window, it might actually solve all the problems because a lot of them are going through it. That's about half and half. Clean up in a second. And then we know all of them have to move down here. And on top of that, let's see, we have 18 people in drumline, so we can do. I think I'll just have color guard come through here first, just here. Tenors. Just get out of the way for a second. Actually, no. You know, no. Let's get the bases out. Let's get the bases to start sliding out. So just this subset. A little too much, but it's all right. And then they're already color guard's already down there, so I think the quads can start to at least get in a little bit and then move over. Start expanding the snares because they're going to be a big curve. Again, very challenging to do what I'm doing here and then play what they're playing in the field. So I mean, oh wait, you know, I forgot. Actually, the step sizes aren't completely accurate because it's going with the actual like the 1, 2, 3, like, you know, the meter of this, which is what I have it set. But they're in between those subsets. They're going to be doing like the random blink check jazz running. So like it'll be a little different. I'll probably have them like move 3/2 or something like that because you can set that in this program. So so I actually don't have to worry too much about the step sizes right now, which is good. And then let's try to get them in some kind of form here. Let's move them over a little bit this way. All right, let's get our curves now. So we're gonna actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy and paste. I don't think I actually need to copy and paste the form. I think if I copy and paste just the marchers, it should still give me like that form. This one, I can do this. That's what I'll do. Bam, and then a little lower now. And same with you guys. Follow the corner. A little lower. All right, so now let's clean this up. You guys don't need to do that. Also, if you're in a situation like this where you're in like a drill writing program and you have forms like this is supposed to be windows, and you're not on the grid, or your grid is off, that's what I have on right now, and you want to make it like a perfect window, and you want to use the grid, but the way it is, you can't really, if you attach them to the grid, you're really condensed or, you know, kind of like be too long, too short. What you can do is you kind of take the marchers, set them aside, do it in the grid, so like you know it's a window, and then just kind of drag them to where they need to be. That's probably what I'm going to do right now. Once I'm going to get the order in, so I know they're not going to hit each other, and then I'll make it perfect after. So I think, yeah, he's part of this line, so we're going to bring this down. All right, and then this is the last of the trumpets. All right, now, yeah, mellow is pretty much just these people right here. Is why. Oh yeah, just so you guys know, this is yellow is mellows, red is baritones, brown is tubas, and blue is trumpets. All green is color guard, and black is drumline. Just move them over here. That's, yeah, I'm okay with that. And then, because move them over here. Now I'm gonna move that. This might cause another issue. Solving a problem causes another problem. That's not too bad. All right, so now we're going to take everyone that we want to be in this, including you, and we're going to put them down here. I'll turn the grid on. Okay, and now we're going to just do our, let's do one by one. That way I know I can fit them. And so sometimes you'll be like, if I did like a 2x2, eventually it's going to add up and I'm going to be like over some of the margins. I have to move them out of the way. That's a pain in the butt. We don't want that. Whoops. All right, we're going to just do this. Turn the grid off now. Drag them to right about here. Two-step, then see how that looks. It's pretty clean. I mean, make sure these guys are clean over here. I'm going to flip these two so I don't have that much of an issue. And also, guys, I highly recommend you use the grid in any software you use for draw writing. I'm doing this right now because it's a subset and it's only gonna be there for a second. And even then, I'm still gonna clean it up later. Like I'll make this a perfect line and rotate it. Right now, I'm just getting them out of the way. So do not do this. I don't recommend doing this for normal writing because then you have weird dots. We switch them actually. That can work. There's no reason to go down there. Let's try this. Don't know what I was thinking there. Try this again. All right, big picture. All right. Now we're going to really try to get our ends here to start folding in. I think I'll just have them. I have them zipper. The lines of 4. I might have them zipper. We'll see how it goes. All right. So now, and then we're going to copy and paste all of this. The next subset, so we know that's our basis. And all right, so color guard, really make a run here. Just have them get a little blob. Give bases that path. And then tenors, gotta really haul it here. I think I'll start the curve of the snares. That way, where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, we'll start. Oh no, I did not want to make another one. Thank you. Let's do 8. We have 8 snares. Right here we have 10. If you have the bases and tenors combined, that's 10. So I think this will be okay. Having them get into the outer part of the eye, it should be okay. Like to the next, so they still have plenty of time. Yeah, and what I'm gonna do is let's get the color guard more this way, so the bases have enough room to get up. Yeah, very hard listening situation for the drumline right now. I might see, like, I mean, from back here, it was really hard because I had them get into this pyramid. We had basses, snares, tenors. If I can go back and see if I can get the order of them a little different, that way maybe I can have them get to this set better. I'm definitely going to try that. So, but for now, I'm just telling you guys, I recognize that's obviously very difficult to do. Nope. A little more opening. All right, cool. And now we're going to take really just trying to get them a little more here. Tenors, you guys got to condense just a little more. Same with the bass. The bass is just a little, just like I got plenty of time. I will not end this Drillcast until this set is finished. If they have time to get to, I don't know if they're gonna have time. I really hope they do, because it'd be cool to have the Illuminati again. But make this a line. I'll have these guys go back. Again, I'll make it perfect later. All right, so I mean, really, this is it. I mean, I got to set this up because the next part of the subset, it looks like they have 10 counts. It's gonna do a perfect Illuminati symbol. It's gonna be a lot of jazz running. I think I'm gonna have this whole thing just be one big curve. That way, the people at the end can really get more toward the 50 and kind of set up the line to bend a little more. Because right now they're kind of in this jagged thing. So we have, I know I have 16 tubas. I have 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, which makes sense because yeah, so 25. So let's get a curve of 25 here. Put this like here for now. Let's do this. And I think 2 points, a little close for tubas. See if we can expand it a little more in a second. Yeah, and they'll be going 3/2, so they got time. And then same thing over here. Oh, actually, you know what? No, I had no, I think I still did. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, 16. So same thing, 25. Sometimes I forget to check off the priority is the dots on this and not the interval, and then I'll just make 25, and then I'll start putting people in, and then it changes the number to keep the interval, and it's really annoying. So thankfully, I remember that time. Yeah, while I'm doing this, I want to remind you guys, this program is called Envision. It's from Box 5 Software. I do recommend it. I mean, the price range is great considering like there's a lot of companies out there who have draw writing in 3D as well, and it gets pretty steep. So I mean, I believe it's roughly $450 for this one, and you get everything you need for life. There's not like a different version. This is it, like Box 5 Software, Envision, 3D Draw Design. You get everything you need. I've written for 2 groups so far, and really, I mean, the printout structure, the way like the printing works, everything you can change all the dots, you can set all the settings you need. You can put like logos on here, and it's really easy to use. I really do recommend it. So moving on, we'll get this curve to match it a little more. It doesn't be symmetrical because nothing in hell is symmetrical, and that's what this show is about. And then let's actually bring these arcs out a little more so the bottom line has some room. That's probably like a 2 to 5, this last tuba here. Yeah, I mean, when they march through over 2, they'll have plenty of time. So, and then let's bring this guy out. Whoops. And also, guys, if you don't have a drawing program, you want to get into it, Box 5 Software has a demo of this. If you go to their website, to their software tab, I believe, or the programs tab, it'll say free demo, and you can just do it. You can download it, and you can't save anything, but you can do whatever you want with the program. They give you default uniforms, and you can. I'm pretty sure you can have just as many sets as you want. They don't limit you in that. It's really just only you can't save. So it's really cool, and it's also cool for students if you write drill and you want them to check out their DOT. You can actually have them download the free demo, tell them their tag, and then you can actually have a follow performer tool, and they can see where they're going. So that's another reason I like how they offer that demo. Cool. And then yeah, let's get our color guard. Once again, just moves a little more, and they're just gonna. I think I'm gonna have them just branch out into windows, the next subset, just to show some contrast with what's going on. All right, and then let's see if we can do it. Oh no, I forgot. Copy and paste. This is a great tool. So it's on the 50. We're just gonna make a general thing here. We're gonna turn our grid on, make sure everything's all even. I mean, as far as triangles goes, you can actually use some of the tools up here, and then just not have the dots. Like when you get block, you can make a perfect triangle by making a perfect block form in this and then doing it. But I like to just try to wing it. I mean, not really wing. I mean, I do the best I can, but because it's not going to be a perfect equilateral triangle because of how many people I have. But it's okay for me if the base is longer than these two sides, because that's our beginning. So I know I have, I think it was 28 down here. Whoops. Oh no, I have 20. Oh, I have 29. Okay. Oh no, 28. Excuse me, 28. So you have to bear in mind if you're making a form like this, with a triangle. This goes for any software. If you put that, say, this is our triangle, the endpoint goes on this dot, but you want the other one to also share the dot because you want it to come to the point. You have to make sure that, remember, one of these lines is not going to have that dot because it's only taken up by one person. So, for example, I have 28 people. So let's say I put 28 in this line. I really only have 26 dots because the corner are taken. Now I can have all 28 here, and that's fine, but then now these dots are affected. So a good way to do it with a triangle, because you're sharing a corner, I can have 27 and have all of them across, but then this last dot I don't, and then have this one, same thing, they don't have that last dot, but then the last part of this line gets that top. That's some things of those sorts. So there's many ways to do it, I think, because I have the way that I'm going to make this base a little longer anyway, and because I have 28 people, I'm going to make this 30 dots. So I know for a fact I can fit everyone in. Just move. Oh, whoops! Gonna move these guys out of the way, and I'm just gonna have them go in here. Whoops! Sorry, I'm gonna have them go in, but remember not to that last dot. That's why I have 30, so I can have 2 left over. For those of you who don't know, for the drawing competition, I'm doing Carolina Crown's 2015 show. Obviously, Jason Kazmierski, I think is how I pronounce his last name. I always forget. He's doing Spark of Invention by Santa Clara Vanguard. Willie Carreri is doing Above and Beyond by Crossman, and Josh Chastain is doing City of Light by Phantom Regiment. So me and Josh are the two who are using Envision, and then Jason's using Pieware, and Willie is using Micro Martian League. So all of you who like Micro Martian League, you're going to like Willie's show. Okay, so now I have 28, and then actually I'm just going to count it here. We're going to have, we should have 9, or no, I'm sorry, we had 25. We should have 50 total. So, because we have 25, arcs of 25. So that means we have 25 in each side. They'll go all the way up, but we have one missing at the top. And we also, it is a triangle, so I can't really have someone, it's going up to a point, so I can't have a perfect 50. So I think I'm going to pull a tube out. You know what I could, actually, guys, I just figured out. I forgot. We have a Flugel soloist coming up in the ballad. What I'll do is, when the chaos starts, right here, here's our soloist. They are going to, start going down. I'm going to worry about step size in a second. Same thing, going down. And then they're the sideline. And there we go. And now we can move everyone over. Because I gotta get the soloist in the front anyway. And now we can do, so we do 25. We'll have the entire line covered. And now we can do, this one will be 24. Make sure it's just, Oh, no, not 2, 24. And this one will be 25. And because we have someone from another line coming into this original one, now it works. So we'll see if it works. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this works out. Get out of here, bases, for now. Wait a second. Something's missing here. 8. Whoa, what happened? What just happened? Wait a second, hold on, something's funky. Oh, I see what happened. Uh-oh. All of these guys, I did the command by accident to tag them into that form, and they teleported all the way over there, and I don't want that, so get out of here. Come on. Get out of there. Okay. So now they're going to, I guess, teleport up there in a very uneven fashion. That was my bad, so now I got to deal with that. Okay, be very careful if you're using this program. There's a command you can do. I always forget how to do it, but I do it by accident more than I actually want to do it. And it'll automate if you have the performer label on, when you can select performer instead of forms, and then you click on like the form. There's a thing you can do where it automatically puts them in a place, and you can set the path, but like the default path isn't always clean, and that's just what happens. So now I'm going to see. Yeah, see, now this makes 1, 2. It's still weird. Hold on. I might have to make another dot up top. Yeah, okay. I guess that didn't work how I wanted to make it. Everything's covered. And we have 4. All right, yeah. So I guess we're making this one more. I hope it adds to the top. Thank God it added to the top. It still messed everything up, though. All right. Who's going to know it's one off? I mean, probably everyone, but it's all right. Come on. All right, there we go. There we go. Come on, get in there. There we go. All right, tubas. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, and now, finally, can the drum line do it? Somehow, I'm probably going to move this whole... Actually, you know, I think... How's this look? They got plenty of time. I'm going to move them up. Now let's get our drumline thing. So we should have... You know, I could make a circle, and then I'll just take them out of the form and then drag them into an oval. That's what I'll do. Yeah, let's do that. All right. Circle 18. Almost done. Come on. Illuminati. The Illuminati shall rise. I hope they're not watching me right now. They probably are. They're always watching. Okay. No, just this one. Take them out, and now we're gonna take the marchers out. We're just gonna make them into this nice oval. That didn't work out how I wanted it to work out. Never mind, everyone. I mean, I could, but it's just, I mean, that quad's way too close. I don't know. Actually, you know what? No, you know what? Either way, it's gonna, yeah. So yeah, I like that. I like that. We're doing this. All right, right there ish. Actually, a little lower. The first time I did this symbol, I realized that like the eye had to be lower on the triangle because like it's weird because it's like the center of each of them have to meet up. It's crazy. And then 10. Same thing. I'll do a circle. Actually, no. You know what? Oh, here I'll do. That's what I'll do. I'll just make this 10. I'll put them into it. Come on. There we go. Excuse me. No, let's do 9 because I want someone to come in the middle. That's what we'll do. Doubled up them, unfortunately. So we're going to move this over. Then we're going to move this whole thing over. Where is it? The form. There we go. Yeah, be patient, guys. Sorry. Right, there we go. Okay. Now we're in the center. Now we take all the marchers out. Make them this. Maybe a little smaller. Yeah, definitely smaller. Definitely smaller. Okay, and then we're just going to turn the grid off because... All right, and the center person should be the center of the thing, of the eye. Whoops. Okay, and how does that look? It looks a little small to me. So we're going to see if we can expand this whole thing a little bit. And then we got to worry about the transition. So we'll see how that goes. But I have no idea what just happened there. Really don't. No idea. Coming back to this set later, I might see if I can fill these in with diamonds. Kind of like Cavi's 2013, because it seems like there's something missing here. The last Illuminati symbol I did in the show, there was less people, and I believe I had like actual like the win players in here, so I had more to work with. But I don't know. Either way, we're gonna get this color guard person to not hit the bass drummer. I have one more subset, so they're on here. All right, and finally, let's get our color guard here. So we have 15. I'm pretty sure on 15 on both sides. Yep. So experimenting here with some math, we can do a line of 3, a line of 2, and then do it 3 times. That would give us windows. And with 2, yeah, you know, I'm gonna see how that looks for a second. Also, I think right here, this subset, what I'll do here, I'll have them do a little scatter, because getting in from this curve to those windows, it's gonna be a little tough, because I want them to be actually like within the field lines, not in the end zone. Just a little bit, nothing too random, just a little scatter. Okay, and then Copy and paste. Come on, there we go. Oops, no, I don't want that. There we go. Okay. So if we do turn the grid on now, let's just do of 3. 2, and then let's do 5 yards is good for intervals. And then the color guard would just be doing like the 3/2 jazz running like this entire time, because they're not playing the didn't, so. And then let's just move this down, and this might look not half bad. Yeah, I like it. So we do the same thing over here. 3 start, 3 from the start with 3 people over here, and it was 8 off the front, and then it was 3-step intervals down and 2 over. Yeah. Let's have them up here a little more. Okay, I believe that's, yeah. Let's check it out. Bases. Okay. Play the last few sets. And we'll just play that last little hit just to give you guys something. All right. So I have some things to clean up, obviously, with that set and many others, and I also have some layers to add to other parts of the drill, visuals, color artwork, you name it. But I like to think that you guys have a good idea of what the show's going to be about. I think I'm the farthest ahead of the other 3 people, because I believe Josh is just in the beginning. Jason just finished the first movement, or the opener at least, of Vanguard, and then Willie, I think the same thing. He just finished the opener for Above and Beyond. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and like I said, there'll be a Drillcast Sunday at 8 p.m. approximately an hour or so. I mean, we're doing it individually, so like if I go over an hour, I'm not gonna stop it, if I'm still working on it. Hopefully I'll have a few more sets done after this, and I'll be working on the ballad for Sunday. So yeah, thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed.